Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Folks, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty nostalgic for last week, when all we had to worry about was a civil war. Because as we speak, Donald Trump is weighing whether to get America involved in yet another Mideast war. Okay, this would go, if he does so, if he goes in, this would go against everything he campaigned on for the last 10 years. What's next? Are we going to find out that it's not fun to stay at the YMCA? Here's the situation. Here's the situation. On Friday, right? On Friday, Israel, which has been nervous for a couple of decades now about the Ayatollah getting the nuki boom booms, launched attacks against Iran. Now, the U.S. says it hasn't been directly involved, but yesterday Trump rushed back to D.C. midway through the G7 summit in Canada. So either the United States is about to jump in, or he just got bored during the G7 icebreakers. Guten Tag, my name is Chancellor Friedrich Merz. Something fun about me is, as a child, I loved folding sheets. But now I only like it. One thing to know, the U.S. is the only country with the one-of-a-kind kind of ground-penetrating weapons that could reach Iran's deeply buried nuclear enrichment facility. So the Israeli government wants us to jump in with both bunker-busting feet. One Israeli source said, "We are cooking everything up for the U.S. Like in soccer, we broke through the opponent's defense. We passed all their players, and now we have given the USA pass into a spot where they are alone in front of the goalkeeper." Okay, sounds good. Just one flaw to your plan. Americans don't know anything about soccer. What do you... Yeah, we have the ball. We have the ball, but what do you do in front of the goalkeeper? Is that when you fall down or pretend that you hurt your knee? I don't... So, is America getting involved in another Middle Eastern war? Well, ever since this started, Trump has been giving mixed messages. On Friday, he posted, "I gave Iran chance after chance to make a deal. I told them in the strongest words to just do it, but no matter how hard they tried, no matter how close they got, they just couldn't get it done. Certain Iranian hardliners spoke bravely, but they didn't know what was about to happen. They're all dead now, and it will only get worse." Hold on, wait a second. Worse than dead? Oh my God, is he going to invite them to his next parade? Because that... Thank you. Then yesterday, Trump ominously posted, "Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran." Evacuate Tehran? That Tehran has 9.5 million people. That's a traffic jam the size of New Jersey. So, New Jersey. When French President Emmanuel Macron told the press that Trump left the G7 to work on a ceasefire, Trump attacked Macron, posting, "He has no idea why I'm now on my way to Washington, but it certainly has nothing to do with the ceasefire. Much bigger than that. Stay tuned." Much bigger than that. Not a ceasefire, maybe not the most subtle message from the commander-in-chief. It's like when FDR said, "Gotta get me some sleep. Tomorrow is Big D-Day. Can't say much more, but it rhymes with Smorgandy." Smorgandy? Smorgandy? Smorgasbord? Instead of negotiations, Trump is talking tough.
If they do anything to our people, we'll come down so hard, then the gloves are off so beautifully.
The gloves are off so beautifully, the cat is out of a very sexy bag. Push is moving in on shove, and I hope they're gonna kiss. Then this afternoon, the president posted this: "We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He is an easy target, but is safe there. We are not going to take him out. Kill!" At least not for now. That's crazy. That is a bald threat. And I gotta say, putting parentheses around kill does not make it any better. Don't worry, son. Your dog Sparky is just visiting a farm upstate. Dead! He's running around a sunny meadow full of flowers. Grave!
Jeez.
So now the U.S. says, they have no involvement with Israel's war plans, but there were some clues that our military was at least aware of what was going on. Specifically, there's a Twitter handle called the Pentagon Pizza Report, which tracks activity at local pizza joints, indicating a surge in takeout deliveries to military personnel working overtime. About an hour before the bombing began, they noted a huge surge in activity from We the Pizza, Domino's, District Pizza Palace, and Extreme Pizza. This is a dangerous revelation. Spies could be tracking our war maneuvers via local pizza chains. This is a fast food security scandal that I'm calling Pizzagate. Trademark. Thank you very much. Trump did get some stuff done before leaving the G7. For example, he announced a trade deal with the UK alongside British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, but it did not go so smoothly.
We all know the great Prime Minister of the UK, and we just signed a document. This is sorry about that.
5-second rule, I can still eat it. Just brush it off, brush the crumbs off. Then Trump tried to save face with this explanation.
A very important document. A little windy out here.
Sure, wind always makes things fall straight down. We all remember when an apple fell on Sir Isaac Newton's head and he declared, "This blows." Yesterday, is that what he said? In Latin, though, probably, right? In Latin. Yesterday marked exactly 10 years since Trump announced his first presidential campaign after coming down that escalator in a profound metaphor for his descent into madness. But we didn't know how bad it was going to be at the time. We just couldn't. But look at this actual photo of me and some of our staff on that very day, 10 years ago, watching Trump spew his nonsense. We're shocked, we're confused, we're very entertained. And can we zoom in on me on the back of the room? There I am. I should have known something bad was coming because I want to point out I'm wearing the same sweater that Danny wears in The Shining. That's all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Trump's company, I think, called the Trump Company, right? The Trump Company marked the occasion with a special anniversary grift. Yesterday, they announced a new cell phone service, Trump Mobile, featuring this $499 gaudy gold teleabomination called the T1 phone, which for some reason is in quotes on the website, possibly so they can have plausible deniability when your T1 phone turns out to be a foil-wrapped hash brown. This Trump mobile plan is bananas, supposedly coming with a telehealth and pharmacy benefit, which the press release typotastically describes as 24/7 access to doctors, all from your own home. Not bad. That's a pretty good deal.
Yes, yeah.
That's pretty good bad. 27 hours a day gives you 3 extra hours to spend at home with your family. Officially, this project is from the combined brain cell of Don Jr. and Eric. Eric went on Fox Business to promote some data plans.
Trump Mobile is going to revolutionize cell phones, mobile calling.
Yeah, it's going to revolutionize. It's going to revolutionize it's going to revolutionize cell phones. Because the old cell phones never worked, especially when sons would try to call their dads. It always would go straight to voicemail, even if he was supposed to pick you up from ice skating 25 years ago. Now, If a Trump illusion. If a Trump phone does not tickle your fancy, there's a whole bevy of other new MAGA merch from companies looking to curry favor with the White House. Instant Pot is releasing a new pressure cooker branded with Make America Great Again. Damn it! No! Not Instapot. Now I'm gonna have to find another way to be terrified of blowing up my house making beans. Dinnerware company Lennox is also hopping on the Trump train with a MAGA line of fine porcelain dinnerware. Oh. Fine porcelain dinnerware, that's a mouthful. Can we say that another way?
Let's say China.
We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Nate Bargatze and Carrie Condon. But when we come back, what's going on in the rest of